Story number 1. It was a typical morning in the city. The sun had just risen and the streets were bustling with people rushing to start their day. Jenna, a high school student, was one of those people. She had a busy day ahead of her, with classes, extracurricular activities, and a part-time job at a local cafe. Her morning routine was always the same. She would wake up at 6 a.m. and stretch her arms and legs. Then she would brush her teeth and wash her face to freshen up. Jenna's apartment was small, but cozy. She lived with her mom and younger sister in a 2-bedroom unit on the 15th floor of a high-rise building. From her window, she could see the skyscrapers and busy streets below. Next, Jenna would get dressed for the day. She picked out her favorite jeans and a comfortable t-shirt, and slipped on her sneakers. She packed her backpack with her textbooks and laptop, and grabbed a banana and a bottle of water for breakfast. As she left her apartment and stepped into the elevator, she checked her phone for any messages or updates from her friends. She also reviewed her schedule for the day, making sure she had everything she needed for each class and activity. When Jenna arrived at the street level, she joined the throngs of people walking to work or school. The sidewalks were crowded and noisy, but she was used to it. She enjoyed the energy of the city, and the feeling of being part of something bigger than herself. Jenna's first stop was the cafe where she worked. She greeted her coworkers and put on her apron, ready to take orders and serve customers. The cafe was always busy in the morning, with people stopping by for their daily caffeine fix and a quick breakfast. After her shift, Jenna headed to her first class at school. She was a good student and enjoyed learning, especially in her history and science classes. Her teachers were supportive and challenging, and she felt lucky to be at such a great school. During lunchtime, Jenna met up with her friends in the school courtyard. They chatted and laughed, sharing stories about their morning routines and plans for the weekend. Jenna was grateful for her friends, and looked forward to spending time with them whenever she could. The rest of Jenna's day was filled with more classes, meetings, and activities. She had soccer practice after school, and then went to her volunteer job at a local animal shelter. By the time she got home, she was exhausted but happy. Jenna's evening routine was just as important as her morning one. She took a hot shower to relax her muscles, and then spent some time reading a book or watching a movie with her family. She also made sure to set her alarm for the next day, so she could wake up and do it all over again. As Jenna drifted off to sleep, she felt grateful for her routine and the structure it gave her. She knew that she had a lot to do the next day, but she was ready for it. With a smile on her face, she closed her eyes and let herself fall into a peaceful slumber.
Story number 2. I wake up at 6:30 every morning, rain or shine. I live in Seattle, so it's usually raining. I love this city, though. I love the coffee, the music, and the people. My morning routine starts with a hot shower. It wakes me up and helps me feel refreshed. I love the smell of the soap and the way the steam rises up around me. I take my time, enjoying the warmth and the peace. After my shower, I put on my favorite pajamas and make my way to the kitchen. My dad always has the coffee ready, and the aroma fills the house. I pour myself a cup and add a little cream and sugar. It's the perfect start to my day. Next, I make breakfast. Sometimes it's just a bowl of cereal, but other times I'll make scrambled eggs or toast. I love cooking, and it's a relaxing way to start the day. While I eat, I usually listen to some music. I have a playlist that's full of my favorite songs, and it helps me get into a good mood. I'll sing along and dance around the kitchen, feeling happy and energized. After breakfast, I brush my teeth and get dressed. I usually wear something casual, like jeans and a t-shirt. I like to be comfortable, especially since I have to walk to school. Before I leave, I always give my mom a hug. She's usually up by then, and it's nice to start the day with a little love. Then I grab my backpack and head out the door. The walk to school is about 15 minutes, and it's a nice way to wake up my body. I like to listen to some more music or a podcast as I walk. Sometimes I'll even stop for a coffee on the way, but that's a treat. By the time I get to school, I'm wide awake and ready to start my day. My morning routine is simple, but it helps me feel calm and centered. It's my favorite part of the day. Once I arrive at school, I head to my locker to grab my books for the day. I like to keep my locker organized so I can quickly find what I need. Then, I make my way to my first class. I love my school because it's small and has a close-knit community. My teachers know me by name and are always willing to help. I have some great friends here too, and we hang out during lunch and breaks. Classes usually start at 8 a.m., so I have to be on time. But since I live close to school, I can sleep in a little longer than some of my friends who have to wake up earlier and take the bus. My favorite class is English because I love reading and writing. My teacher is amazing, and she always makes the class fun and engaging. We're currently reading To Kill a Mockingbird, and I'm really enjoying it. After a few classes, we have a break, and I usually grab a snack from the cafeteria. They have some pretty good options, like fruit and granola bars. Sometimes, my friends and I will go outside and enjoy the fresh air. By the time lunch rolls around, I'm usually starving. I usually bring my lunch from home, which is usually a sandwich, some fruit, and a granola bar. My friends and I sit together and chat about everything from school to our weekend plans. After lunch, we have a few more classes before school ends at 3 p.m. When I get home, I usually do my homework and then have some free time. I like to read, watch movies, and hang out with my family. My morning routine sets the tone for my day. It helps me feel energized, focused, and ready to take on whatever comes my way. Even on rainy days, I'm grateful to live in Seattle and to have a routine that I love. In the evenings, I like to unwind and relax after a long day of classes. I'll usually listen to some music or watch some TV with my family. Sometimes, we'll play board games or go out for dinner. I'm also involved in some extracurricular activities, like the school newspaper and the debate team. It's a great way to meet new people and learn new skills. Before bed, I like to do some yoga or meditation to help me relax and clear my mind. I find that it helps me sleep better and wake up feeling refreshed. My life in Seattle is pretty great. I love my school, my friends, and my family. I'm grateful for my morning routine and the structure it provides. And even though it rains a lot, I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. Dialogue.
Good morning, Daniel. Did you sleep well?
Good morning, Emma. Yeah, I slept pretty well. What about you?
I slept great, thanks. So, what's your morning routine like?
Well, I usually wake up around 6:30 and take a quick shower to wake myself up. Then, I brush my teeth and comb my hair.
That sounds refreshing. I usually take a bath in the morning to help me wake up. I like to use citrus-scented body wash to feel energized.
Oh, that's a good idea. I might try that sometime. What do you usually have for breakfast?
I like to have oatmeal with banana and almond milk. It's a healthy and filling breakfast.
I usually have cereal with milk and a glass of orange juice. Sometimes I'll have a banana too.
That sounds good. Do you like to have a cup of coffee or tea with your breakfast?
Yeah, I usually have a cup of coffee. I need the caffeine to help me wake up.
I know what you mean. I like to have a cup of tea with my breakfast to help me relax.
That's cool. So, what do you usually wear to school?
It depends on the weather, but today I'm wearing a sweater with jeans and sneakers.
Nice. I'm wearing a hoodie with sweatpants and sneakers. Comfort is key.
I totally agree. So, what do you have planned for after school today?
I have soccer practice after school, so I need to make sure I have all my gear packed. What about you?
I'm planning on going for a run after school. It helps me clear my head and stay in shape.
That's cool. I might join you sometime. Do you have any favorite healthy snacks?
Yeah, I like to snack on carrots and hummus, or apple slices with peanut butter. What about you?
I like to snack on almonds and granola bars. They're filling and give me energy.
That's a good idea. I like to keep healthy snacks in my backpack so I have something to eat during the day.
Same here. So, what do you do after breakfast?
After breakfast, I usually brush my teeth again and then head back to my room to get dressed. I like to have my clothes picked out the night before to save time.
That's smart. I usually pick out my clothes in the morning, but maybe I should start doing it the night before. Well, we better start heading out if we don't want to be late for school.
Yeah, you're right. See you later, Daniel.
See you later, Emma. Have a great day.
You too, Daniel. Don't forget your soccer gear for practice.
Thanks for reminding me. I'm so excited for practice today. We have a big game coming up this weekend.
That's awesome. Good luck. I'm planning on studying for a test after school, but I might take a break and come watch the game.
That would be great. It's always more fun with friends cheering us on. Speaking of studying, do you have any tips for staying focused while studying?
Yeah, I like to create a schedule and break down my studying into manageable chunks. I also try to eliminate distractions like my phone and social media while studying.
That's a good idea. I'll have to try that. Do you have any favorite study snacks?
I like to snack on nuts and fruit while studying. They keep me energized without feeling too heavy.
That makes sense. I usually snack on popcorn or pretzels, but maybe I should switch to something healthier.
It's all about finding what works for you. Speaking of healthy snacks, have you ever tried making overnight oats?
No, what's that?
It's a super easy and healthy breakfast option. You just mix oats, milk, and your favorite toppings in a jar and let it sit overnight in the fridge. It's ready to eat in the morning and it's really delicious.
That sounds really good. I'll have to give it a try sometime. Thanks for the suggestion.
No problem. Well, we better hurry if we don't want to be late for the first period.
Right. See you later, Emma.
See you later, Daniel. Have a great day.
Later that day, Emma and Daniel met up after school.
Hey, how was soccer practice?
It was awesome. We worked on some new drills and our coach gave us some great feedback. I'm feeling really confident about the game this weekend.
That's great to hear. I'm sure you'll do great. How was your run?
It was good. I didn't go as far as I wanted to, but it still felt good to get some exercise in. What did you end up doing after school?
I spent some time studying for my upcoming test, but then I took a break and watched some Netflix. It was nice to relax for a bit.
Sounds like a good balance. What did you watch on Netflix?
I started a new series called Stranger Things. It's really good so far.
Oh, I've heard of that one. I've been meaning to check it out. Maybe we could watch it together sometime.
That sounds like a great idea. Maybe we could make some healthy snacks to munch on while we watch.
Definitely. Speaking of healthy snacks, have you ever tried making homemade smoothies?
Yeah, I love making smoothies. I usually blend together some frozen fruit, yogurt, and a little bit of honey.
That sounds really good. I've been meaning to try making a smoothie myself. What's your favorite flavor combination?
I really like strawberry banana, but blueberry spinach is a close second. What about you?
I haven't really tried making smoothies before, but I'm definitely up for trying some new flavors.
Well, let me know if you need any recipe ideas or tips. I'm always happy to share my favorite healthy recipes.
Thanks, Emma. You're the best. Speaking of healthy habits, do you have any advice for getting a good night's sleep?
Yeah, I like to establish a relaxing bedtime routine to help me wind down. I also try to avoid screens like my phone or TV for at least an hour before bed.
That's a good idea. I usually have trouble falling asleep, so I'll have to try that out. Thanks for the advice.
No problem. Well, I should probably head home now. I have some more studying to do tonight.
Alright, see you later, Emma. Have a good night.
You too, Daniel.